Good morning. In the previous lecture, we talked about graphical representation of product or multiplication of two complex numbers, even more than two complex numbers. Next article is graphical representation of quotient or division of complex numbers. Graphical representation of quotient of complex numbers. Let the first complex number be given by Z1 is equal to let us consider two complex numbers. First, Z1 is equal to in bracket x1 comma y1 and ordered pair of real variables. X1 plus i1 rectangular form of complex number. R1 into in the bracket cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1 polar form. R1 into e to the power I theta 1 exponential form, equation number 1. Second complex number Z2 is equal to x2 comma y2 and ordered pair of real variables. X2 plus i/2 rectangular form. R2 into the bracket cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2 polar form. R2 into e to the power I theta 2 exponential form. These are the two given complex numbers. Let us assume these two are the given complex numbers. Quotient or division of these two is complex number. Let this complex number be Z, which is Z1 divided by Z2, that is x1 plus i/1 divided by x2 plus i/2. R1 divided by R2 into cos theta 1 minus theta 2 plus I sin theta 1 minus theta 2. This is R1 by R2 e to the power I theta 2 I theta 1 into e to the power minus I theta 2. That is nothing but R1 divided by R2 into e to the power I is taken common theta 1 minus theta 2. That is nothing but this cos theta 1 minus theta 2 plus I sin theta 1 minus theta 2. That is R1 divided by R2 into cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 plus I sin of theta 1 minus theta. Equation number 3. You may use this for quotient z of division of these two complex numbers, or this or this, this or this, all are the same. Equation 3 gives the complex number z, which is division or quotient of complex numbers z1 and z2. Now, let us have a close look into equation 3 and try to find modulus of complex number z. Try to find argument of complex number z. If we take modulus of this, modulus of z is equal to modulus of R1 by R2 into cos theta 1 minus theta 2 plus I sin theta 1 minus theta 2. Modulus of z is equal to modulus of this. This is further R1 by R2 square root of cos square theta 1 minus theta 2 plus sin square theta 1 minus theta 2. You know, modulus of z is square root of x square plus y square. What is x here? Cos theta 1 minus theta 2. R2 by 2. Cos theta 1 minus theta 2. Sin square theta 1 minus theta 2. What is cos square theta plus sin square theta? It is 1. As cos square theta 1 minus theta 2 is 9. And so I will consider this as cos square theta. Theta 1 minus theta 2 is equal to theta. Theta 1 minus theta 2 is equal to some angle theta. So the square bracket will become, the square root will become cos square theta plus sin square theta. And what is cos square theta plus sin square theta? It is 1. As it is 1, we simply have here modulus of z is equal to R1 divided by R2. That is nothing but modulus of z1 divided by modulus of z2. R1 is nothing but modulus of complex number z1. R2 is nothing but modulus of complex number z2. And therefore, what is z? This one. Z is z1 by z2. So when I write modulus of z, I write modulus of z1 divided by z2. Because z is equal to z1 by z2. So modulus of z is nothing but modulus of z1 by z2. That is equal to r1 by r2, or quotient of modulus of z1 by modulus of z2. What does this mean? It means that modulus of quotient of two complex numbers is equal to quotient of their moduli. From, let me write this as equation number 4. From equation 4, it is clear that from equation 4 we can draw a conclusion. And what is the conclusion? Modulus of quotient of two complex numbers is equal to quotient of their moduli. modulus of quotient of two complex numbers is equal to quotient of their moduli. This conclusion is drawn from equation 4. We have written equation 4 for modulus of quotient of the complex numbers Z1 and Z2. Now, let us try to get the argument. Argument of Z is that is what? Theta 1 minus theta 2. Argument of Z is theta 1 minus theta 2. Argument of a complex number is angle made by the vector representing the complex number with the x-axis. And what is the angle here? It is theta 1 minus theta 2 for the quotient complex number. For the complex number obtained after division. And so argument of this complex number is theta 1 minus theta 2. But what is theta 1? Argument of Z1. Theta 2, argument of Z2. Equation number 5. So from this we can get argument of Z. And what is this Z? Z1 divided by Z2. This is nothing but argument of Z1 divided by Z2. Let us have a close look in equation 5 and try to draw a conclusion. What we observe from equation 5? Argument of quotient of two complex numbers is equal to subtraction or difference of their arguments. From equation 5, the conclusion we can draw is argument of quotient of two complex numbers is equal to the subtraction or difference of their arguments. So this is the conclusion that we can draw from argument of quotient of two complex numbers. We have first considered complex number Z1 in all forms, complex number Z2 also in all forms. Then we took their division. Z is equal to Z1 by Z2. Taking all forms again, we have done the division. The quotient obtained represented by equation 3. The quotient is also a complex number, right? Now, as the quotient is a complex number, let us try to find its modulus. Its modulus is found using equation 4. It's shown in equation 4. Then its argument is shown in equation 5. Using equations 4 and 5, the conclusion we can draw are, the conclusions we can draw are, the modulus of quotient of two complex numbers is equal to quotient of their moduli, and the argument of quotient of two complex numbers is equal to subtraction or difference of their arguments. This is about the quotient or division of two complex numbers. Our article is not completed because our article is about graphical representation of quotient. We understood here the quotient. Now we have to represent this quotient graphically. Before representing this quotient graphically, let me tell you one more thing. As in special case, multiplication of complex number may be considered as reverse reciprocal of the quotient or division. With this special assumption, I may write one by Z is equal to 1 by R cos theta plus I sin theta, that is nothing but r to the power minus 1 into cos theta minus I sin theta. Or the same equation can be written as 1 by z to the power n is equal to z to the power minus n is equal to r to the power minus n cos n theta minus I sin n theta. This is nothing but it is written already. Equation number 6. If we consider r is equal to 1, this equation will become simply cos n theta minus I sin n theta. Equation number 7. The reason is r is equal to 1. Since we have considered r is equal to 1. If we consider r is equal to 1, our equation will become 1 by z to the power n, that is equal to z to the power minus n is equal to cos n theta minus I sin n theta. Equation number 7. This is de Moivre's theorem for negative integer exponent. So from equation 6 and 7, it is clear that de Moivre's theorem is valid for any negative integer exponent. De Moivre's theorem is valid for any negative integer power or exponent. Okay, then what left is the graphical representation. To show the graphical representation, let me consider a simple figure here. Graphical representation. We want to represent the quotient or division of two complex numbers on the urban plane or the complex plane. So I have considered here xy plane. In xy plane I have two complex numbers, z1 representing vector OP, z1 representing point P, OQ, z2 representing point Q. Argument of z1 is theta 1, modulus of z1 is r1. Argument of z2 is theta 2 and the modulus of z2 is r1. These are the two given complex numbers. This is the graphical representation of two given complex numbers which I have quoted in equation 1 and equation 2. Equation 1 representing vector OP, equation 2 representing vector OQ. Equation 1 is about vector z1 with modulus r1, argument theta 1. Vector z2, vector OQ is about complex number z2. Complex number z2 has argument theta 2, modulus r. These are the two given complex numbers represented graphically on a complex plane. We have to show their quotient. We have to show division of these two complex numbers on the same plane. To do this, let us rotate vector OP. Let us rotate vector OP through angle theta 2 in the clockwise direction. In the clockwise direction. So this vector OP is rotated in the clockwise direction through angle theta 2 and you reach somewhere here. After rotating vector OP through angle theta 2, we got vector OP dash. After rotating vector OP through angle theta 2 in the clockwise direction, we got vector OP dash. Then let us select a point A on the axis OS such that OA is equal to 1 unit. Length of OA is 1. Okay, then connect the point A with OP dash draw a line AR from A which meets OP dash in the point R such that how you have to draw a line here? You can't have freedom to draw the line in any way. You can't. There is a rule. What rule we have to follow here while drawing the line AR from A? The rule you have to follow here is this one. Angle OAR should be equal to angle OQP. How you have to connect AR with OP dash? Angle OAR, this angle should be equal to angle OQP. This angle. This angle should be equal to this angle. In this way, you have to draw AR to meet in point R with OP dash. If this is true, then this OR is quotient of the complex numbers Z1 and Z2. If this is true, what we have done, if this is true, then vector OR will represent quotient of the complex numbers Z1 and Z2. Let us verify whether this is correct. Let us verify whether vector OR is actually quotient of Z1 and Z2. To verify whether Z1 and Z2, to verify whether OR is quotient of complex numbers Z1 and Z2, let us consider the two similar triangles, triangle OQP and triangle OAR. Consider similar triangles. OQP and triangle OAR. Consider similar triangles OQP, triangle OQP and triangle OAR. Consider similar triangles, triangle OQP and triangle OAR. According to the properties of similar angles, we can write OR divided by OA is equal to OP divided by OQ. What is equation star? It is OA is equal to 1 unit. So this OA is 1 unit. OR by OA in triangle OAR is equal to OP by OQ in triangle OQP. As these two are similar triangles, this property is true for these two triangles. But from equation star, OA is 1, and so this equation may further be OR is equal to OP divided by OQ. But what is OP? Z1. What is OQ? Z2. This is nothing but Z1 divided by Z2. It means that whatever statement we made here, vector OR is quotient of complex number Z1 and Z2 is true here, is verified here. Vector OR is OP by OQ, and therefore this is nothing but quotient of complex numbers Z1 and Z2. Now what will be modulus of OR? Modulus of vector OR will be modulus of Z1 divided by Z2. That is nothing but R1 divided by R2. That is nothing but modulus of Z1 divided by modulus of Z2. Equation number 8. Modulus of OR. OR is quotient of complex number Z1 and Z2. So modulus of OR is modulus of Z1 by Z2. That is modulus of Z1 is R1. Modulus of Z2 is R2. So we can directly write R1 by R2. That is nothing but modulus of Z1 divided by modulus of Z2. Hence, modulus of quotient of two complex numbers is equal to quotient of their moduli. Now, what about the argument? Argument of OR. Argument of OR is equal to, we have moved OP through angle theta 2. This is angle theta 1. This is angle theta 2 minus theta 1. So this is what? Theta 2 minus theta 1. That is nothing but minus of theta 1 minus theta 2. Equation number 9. Argument of OR is equal to, from the geometry of the figure, theta 2 minus theta 1. If minus is taken common from both, it will become minus of theta 1 minus theta 2. So, argument of complex numbers of Z1 and Z2 is minus of theta 1 minus theta 2. Why this minus sign? Because angle theta 1 minus theta 2 is this angle. Subtraction of this angle and this angle is this angle. This is the x-axis. Angle is measured from x-axis in the clockwise direction. The angles measured from x-axis in the clockwise direction are negative, and therefore it is minus of theta 1 minus theta 2. This angle theta 2 measured from x-axis in the anti-clockwise direction. This angle theta 1 is measured from x-axis in the anti-clockwise direction, and therefore this theta 1 and this theta 2 are positive, whereas this angle is negative because it is measured in the clockwise direction from the x-axis. If we measure this in the anti-clockwise direction, it will be simply theta 1 minus theta 2. And so Argument of over will be theta 1 minus theta 2. That will be argument of Z1 minus argument of Z2. So this is about the graphical representation of quotient of two complex numbers. Graphical representation of division of two complex numbers. Hope you understood. Here we completed graphical representation of quotient or division of two complex numbers. Thank you.